what you're doing, how you doing, what you're doing, and who you are. Flex yourself, impress yourself. Check yourself, don't wreck yourself. If you know me, then you know that I be knowing what's up. Hey, Stephanie Graham is nosy as
Hello, Nosy AF friends. Welcome or welcome back. It is me, your friend Stephanie, and y'all, it is so wild right now with the election. In fact, I want to invite you to take with me a collective deep breath. So, if you are folding clothes, please just set them down for a second. If you are driving, hands are 10 and 2, please roll your shoulders back and push that chest out, and let's just breathe in and breathe out. One more. Breathe in and breathe out. Thank you for doing that with me. Welcome back to another episode of Nosy AF. I missed yesterday's episode. You know, the days as of late have just truly gotten away from me. And I mean, this election, y'all, I don't know about you, but it's got your girl tied up. So, I try to stay on top of things, but, life just hits, especially now as it's just the news. It's just so dark, heavy, and just so nasty. I've been glued to everything election related. And let me tell you, I would not recommend this because it's exhausting. And it just feels like, you're carrying this constant tension in your body. And then like the future world is dangling on a thread, and you are refreshing threads, you're refreshing X, you're refreshing Facebook, Instagram, like it's water. And I feel like that's been me. And it's funny because, I have a podcast bestie, Paulette Erato, and she just had this amazing Latinas in Podcast Summit. So go Paulette. It was a successful event for folks who wanted to start podcasts, for folks who's been in the mix with podcasting. It was like all levels. And she was recently interviewed on a podcast called Creators Getting Paid. And that's hosted by Michelle Jackson, by the way. And Paulette said something that really stuck with me. She was just like, no matter who wins, our day to day, most things probably won't change. And she's right. And that's sort of been in my head too. It's like, this is such a heavy world right now. And like talking about like, oh, what's the next film project I'm going to be on? It's like, there is a genocide happening. And you worried about a film? My friend, it's just too much to bear. But let me tell you, thank God for a man named Jesus. Oh, yes, I went there. I've been trying to focus on my day-to-day, like Paulette says, and it's hard. And though, self-care, it feels impossible. And every time I look at the news, it's just more chaos. But it's also one thing I know I need. Like, if I burn out, what good would that do? So no change is going to happen if I'm just stuck doom scrolling all day or losing sleep over things I can't control. I don't know if you all feel me on that. Does anyone feel me on that? I've been forcing myself to pull back a little and take a break from the selection stuff, even if it's just for a couple hours. I've been trying to make my smoothie. Real Housewives of Salt Lake is poppin'. So is Orange County, actually. And Beverly Hills is starting back soon. So, Love and Marriage Huntsville. Oh my gosh, that's such a good show. It's on OWN. Do you guys watch? I feel like I just try to remind myself that even if things are crazy, you've got to find like small joys in every day. And it's not selfish to do that. It's like survival to do that. Self-care is such a buzzword, right? But it's just about keeping stuff simple, drinking enough water, making sure you go take a shower, talk to your friends, listening to the podcast with Paulette and Michelle and hearing more conversations of other voices. Those things have been lifesavers for me. So like finding that balance between staying informed and not losing myself in the noise, going to the museum, going on walks. Y'all, it is like 80 degrees in October in Chicago. It is crazy. It is crazy. It is hot outside. So, trying to take advantage of that and try to have that balance of, staying informed, but not losing yourself. It's tough, but hey, we got to try. So I say all this to say that if you're feeling overwhelmed by everything, election, life, whatever, please know that you're not alone. I see you. Take a moment and breathe. Because it's okay to care deeply about the world and also need space to take care for yourself. I don't know if you've noticed this, and I feel like this particular election that has me clocked in, I think it has a lot of the world clocked in. I have seen so many resources, and you know what? I'll put a few in the show notes, so look for that, about running a business during an election year, taking care of yourself during an election year, art during an election year. Like everybody is noticing a shift because of this election. It's about to go down, y'all. Ooh, I hope y'all are registered to vote. That's another spot that will be in the show notes to make sure that you are registered and ready to go, baby. I've already voted. I voted for Harris. So we're going to see what happens. Man, it's wild out here, y'all. It is wild out here. So I just want you all to know that we are in this together. Whatever happens, we'll figure it out. I'm praying that it's on the blue side. In the meantime, please, 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 let's keep showing up for each other and for ourselves. If you need a reminder to unplug or just want to chat, you know where to find me. And Paulette, if you're listening, thank you for your words. They've been sitting with me in the best way. Okay, so next week is actually Election Day. And so I do plan to be back with a new episode of Nosy AF, sort of a Nosy AF election special. I will have a very special guest on, and we will be speaking about being of service to the community, talking about the election, things like that. And then after that, we'll go back to the art stuff, okay? But listen, this political stuff is art. Hello, 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 hello. It's all in there. So yeah. So again, thank you so much for listening to this podcast. You being a listener, it truly, truly, truly means so much to me. If you have feedback, thoughts, opinions, I would love to hear what you have to say. So just hit me up. All of my contact details are in the show notes. But my email is just stephanie@missgraham.com. And yeah. Enjoy yourself. Take care of yourself. Get outside if you can. Drink some water. And I'll talk to you soon. This Bye. Has been another episode of Nosy AF. I'm your host, Stephanie Graham. What did you think about today's conversation? I would love to hear your thoughts. Head over to the Newsy AF website for all the show notes related to this episode. You can also find me on Instagram at Stephanie Graham. What would you know? Or online at missgraham.com, where you can sign up for my newsletter where I share exclusive updates about my studio practice as well as this podcast. Until next time, y'all, stay curious and take care. Bye.